You are not poor because of what you earn. You are poor because of what you feel obligated to maintain. Most people are not building wealth. They are building a lifestyle that looks like wealth. And the difference between those two paths determines whether you gain power over time or slowly lose it. The modern lifestyle is engineered around visibility. Your apartment, your car, your vacations, your restaurants, your watch, your gym, your social circle, all of it communicates rank. Even if you never say a word, your consumption speaks for you. And that is exactly why it becomes dangerous. Because once your lifestyle becomes your identity, it stops being flexible. The core psychological driver here is status preservation. Humans are biologically wired to track their relative position inside a hierarchy. For most of history, status determined access to food, mates, alliances, and protection. Today, the environment has changed, but the wiring has not. We still monitor our rank. Only now we do it through material signals. The mistake is subtle but devastating. You confuse visible signals with actual power. Power is optionality. Power is liquidity. Power is the ability to say no. Power is the ability to wait. But lifestyle expansion reduces all four. When your income increases, your brain interprets it as an identity upgrade. If you used to make $4,000 per month and now you make $10,000, you don't just see a numerical change. You feel a positional shift. And once you feel that shift, you unconsciously adjust your environment to match it. Better apartment, better neighborhood, better car, better clothes, better social spaces. Individually, none of these are irrational. The danger emerges when they become structural. Every recurring expense is a commitment to your future self. Every fixed cost reduces maneuverability. And when fixed costs scale with income, fragility scales with income. That is why some high earners are financially anxious. Not because they lack money, but because they lack margin. Margin is psychological oxygen. If you earn $12,000 per month, but spend $10,500 to maintain your visible level, you are operating with very little flexibility. One unexpected event, job instability, market downturn, health issue, and your stress spikes immediately. Now compare that to someone earning the same $12,000, but living on $6,000. The external lifestyle may look simpler, but the internal position is radically different. That person has leverage, time, negotiating power, emotional stability. Wealth is not what you display. It is what you do not have to worry about. The trap intensifies because lifestyle operates socially. You do not compare yourself to billionaires. You compare yourself laterally. Coworkers, friends, people in your city. The comparison band is tight. And when someone in that band upgrades, your nervous system registers a micro threat. They moved up. Did you fall behind? This comparison loop is continuous and mostly unconscious. Social media amplifies it. Exposure to curated highlights creates the illusion that everyone is accelerating. To restore equilibrium, you compensate. Upgrade something, signal something, post something, and every time you do, you reinforce the cycle. Here is the structural issue. Assets are quiet. Consumption is loud. Investments compound silently. Equity grows invisibly. Liquidity accumulates without applause. But lifestyle upgrades generate immediate feedback, admiration, envy, validation, attention. The brain prefers immediate reinforcement over delayed compounding. So instead of directing surplus into assets, many direct it into optics. That is not stupidity. It is unexamined psychology. Lifestyle inflation is rarely about comfort. It is about narrative consistency. Once people see you at a certain level, maintaining that level becomes part of your self-concept. Downgrading feels like regression. Cutting visible expenses feels like public failure. Even if the math demands correction, ego resists it. And that is where fragility becomes locked in. A lifestyle is a contract. Every lease, car payment, membership, private school tuition, subscription, and expectation is a future obligation. The more obligations you accumulate, the less freedom you possess. High fixed costs eliminate strategic patience. You cannot leave a job you dislike because your burn rate is too high. You cannot take calculated risks because downside threatens your structure. You cannot endure temporary income drops because your image requires consistency. So you stay. You comply. You protect the appearance. That is not wealth. That is dependency with better furniture. The wealthy think in asymmetry. They ask, does this expense produce future optionality, or does it reduce it? Does this upgrade increase long-term leverage, or does it merely elevate short-term perception? There is nothing wrong with enjoying money. The issue is sequence. If assets grow first and lifestyle expands slowly, wealth stabilizes. That if lifestyle expands first and assets lag, stress stabilizes. The order matters. Many people reverse the order because income growth feels permanent, but income is rarely permanent. Markets shift, industries change, health fluctuates, skills become obsolete. When your identity is built around a peak income period, any decline feels catastrophic. If your lifestyle requires constant high performance to survive, you are not wealthy. You are exposed. Real wealth feels calm. It does not need constant affirmation. It does not need constant upgrading. It does not react impulsively to lateral comparison. It understands that status displayed is often inverse to security held. The paradox is uncomfortable. The people who look the richest are often carrying the highest structural pressure, and the people who look restrained are often accumulating quietly. Ask yourself a precise question. If your income were cut in half tomorrow, how long could your current lifestyle survive without panic? The answer reveals more than your salary ever could. If the number is small, your lifestyle is not serving you. You are serving it. Detaching identity from consumption is not about minimalism. It is about strategic positioning. When your self-worth is no longer tied to visible upgrades, you regain flexibility. You can scale up or down without ego collapse. You can make decisions based on leverage instead of impression. That is psychological power. And psychological power precedes financial power. Because once you no longer need to prove your level, you can focus on increasing it. Your lifestyle should be a byproduct of wealth, not the proof of it. If you build the proof first, you may never reach the substance. So examine your structure, not emotionally, mathematically. What percentage of your income is non-negotiable? How much of your spending is signaling rather than strategy? How much pressure is embedded in your monthly obligations? The uncomfortable truth is this. Many people are not trapped by low income. They are trapped by high identity maintenance. And identity maintenance is expensive. If you want real wealth, reverse the equation. Lower the structural pressure. Increase the surplus. Direct that surplus into assets that grow without applause. Let compounding replace comparison. When your lifestyle becomes flexible, your mind becomes calm. When your mind becomes calm, your decisions improve. When your decisions improve, your leverage increases. And leverage, not lifestyle, is what ultimately moves you up. Your lifestyle is not neutral. It is either building power or draining it. Choose carefully which one yours is doing.